It's just a week since soldiers marched on his palace. At the time, he described it as nothing more than a pay dispute. But now the Premier has told the country that it was actually a coup attempt. Here's CGTN's Girum Chala with more on that.
Image that caught Addis and the rest of Africa by surprise. A former soldier himself, Abiy joined them in push-ups before discussing their grievances. The smiles, though, disguised what was actually going on. On Thursday, Abiy told Parliament the real story.
The way the soldiers came to the palace was not only unconstitutional and dangerous, but the bigger intention was to abort the reform. Imagine what could have happened if the current Prime Minister was not a soldier himself and was a civilian. Apart from the push-ups I did, I was unusually calm from the face, but I was burning inside.
In the 6 months since he took office, Abiy has presided over sweeping reforms. Many fear he has run up against resistance. Already, there has been an alleged assassination attempt. The soldiers' march on the palace was seen by some observers as stark evidence of the forces ranged against Abiy. He says the situation could have easily spiraled into violence.
Even after concluding that everyone in that group had ill intentions, taking action using the Air Force or other means and killing some of them, even though we prevented the reforms from being frustrated, would have jeopardized our acceptance worldwide, since the reforms would be seen as not being supported by the military. Rather, what we did was calm the situation down.
Abiy says the soldiers have revealed the masterminds behind their action and that authorities are now pursuing them.
It is my responsibility to act the way I did just to save lives, by acting as if I was okay. That is how I do my job.
Applause for the Prime Minister then. But worries too. Abiy has brought Ethiopia a long way since he took over. This incident, though, will confirm fears that some powerful forces are not content with the direction he's taking. Girum Chala, CGTN, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
Well, let's get you some perspective on this. I'm joined from the Ethiopian capital, Addis Ababa, by Omar Reddy. Omar is a political analyst and communication consultant. Thank you so much for joining us, Omar. Well, of course, quite a revelation from the Prime Minister. Why do you think he's decided to tell the truth about last week's incident now?
Thank you for having me. I think the reason the Prime Minister has to make this revelation and to come out say this is almost a coup attempt, almost as an assassination attempt, is because it has there could be two reasons. One is because it has gone too far. It has started with the alleged assassination attempt on June 23. Followed by several ethnically oriented violences across Ethiopia, all meant apparently to undermine the reform agendas of the administration of Abiy Ahmed. It has gone too far because it has come to his palace now. And imagine what could have happened if the situation got out of control. What happened at the palace could have escalated into a serious military engagement. These were soldiers, special force soldiers, armed, and there are special force soldiers who are responsible to protect the palace. Imagine if they started engaging each other. So this has gone too far to the extent of, leading the country into a disastrous situation.
And so Omar,
that leads us to the second reason why the...
Well, let me just cut in there, Omar. You say that, he's responded this way because it has just gone too far. But what should we expect from the government going forward? Do you think there'll be some kind of crackdown on these destabilizing forces in the country?
I would say yes, because like I said, it has gone too far, and it has several implications. So the first one is, in one way, it is emboldening the silence, or the soft approach by the administration is emboldening these anti-reform, anti-change forces, whoever they are. They haven't been named so far. Two, it has affected public confidence on the administration. So the administration of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has to show that it is capable of handling this situation. So I would expect a tougher approach, which could mean a crackdown against these conspirators who
Thank you so much.
pushed the soldiers to go to the palace.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We'll have to leave it there. Omar Reddy, thank you so much for that analysis. Joining us there from Addis Ababa.